guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. And I'm here today to bring a review for One Piece episode 936. So we start the episode off with Zoro and Momo's sister, and the bit of the episode really takes up the majority of the episode, with just over half of the episode. And it's during this time, the most important thing to come out of this scene is that we learn about uh, Momo's sister's life after all those people were sent back in time, and we learned that she was looked after by one of the other 9 samurai, and just a little bit about her life. So there's character development there. We learn about character, which is always good. I'm not a really, even though I'm considering that I read the manga, I'm not really a fan of Momo's sister, but it's always nice to have a fleshed out character. So that's what essentially what we're getting in this episode as well. And with another scene that comes later on within the episode, we learn more about Momo's sisters, her motivation, because when she's introduced, you start to think of her as a not very nice person, but from this episode, your perspective of her should have changed. So after that little backstory about Momo's sister, we basically just kind of get a recap of our standards of where things are now, about how this flyer is going now, and some of their forces are being captured, and kind of just where we're standing now, because we know they're looking for the 9 samurai, and we know how many of them they know the whereabouts of, and just how many of them are missing. So all this information has been given to us via previous episodes, but this episode serves just as a little recap, just a refresher for the memory. So after all that talk is said and done, Zoro decides to then go back to sleep. Also, we have just a quick moment with Momo's sister when she's talking to herself, and she's like, maybe I should interact with my bro and the rest of the guys before the great battle. So she's there contemplating that. So, question for you, anime only watchers, is what do you think she's actually going to do considering this? So, we also have a scene with Nami, Usopp, and that division, and they are in Obisu Town, and it's basically where I said, like I said previously, we learned another bit about Momo's sister's character. So we learn about these three crooks. I'm just gonna call them crooks. We learn about these three crooks who've been working in cahoots with each other and basically scheming money out of anybody they can see possible. And we learn throughout the episode that these are the same three people that Momo's sister targeted. Because so previously it would seem like uh, she was the dark person, she was the evil person, taking advantage of these old men. But in actual facts, she knew what they had done previously, and she's like, no, 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 no. That will not run. I'm going to milk you with your money dry. So that's what happened there. So there was also a bit in the scene where we see Law walk off very vexed about how his crew has been treated right now, and obviously he's going to save his boys. Obviously, he's going to go get his boys back. So the rest of the episode is spent on the old man that Luffy is with finally asking Luffy, because it has seemed like a while, finally asking Luffy, like, bro, what have you been trying to do here? Luffy then explains to him what he's been trying to do, and then the old man says, I think I know what you trying to do, bro. And then he does it himself, and he says, like, turns back to Luffy, and is like, yo, if this is what you're trying to do, I can help you with that, Nagi. And then Luffy's like, yeah, that's exactly it. Teach me. And now the animation I really liked when you see the yeah, I really liked but considering that the episode was titled around this very short scene, I was expecting the episode to focus more on Luffy stuff. Even if it was filler, whatever, I was expecting the episode to focus more on Luffy stuff simply because of the title of the episode. So possibly the episode was mistitled. Well, in my opinion, the episode was definitely mistitled. But regardless of that, it was your standard run-of-the-mill episode of One Piece where the pacing of the anime is slow. But it is what it is. I'm going to give it a 3-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please guys, my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.